And this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going around St. Augustine on a trolley tour.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Got my trolley sticker.
Get your trolley sticker. Trolley sticker.
Zooming in on my boob.
But anyway, yeah, so we're just going to be walking around St. Augustine and doing a little trolley tour.
We'll tell you about the sights.
In the beginning, what's called our golden thread tour. We're on the way to our next destination now. That's stop number 4. That's City Gate.
All right, guys. So this is Potter's Wax Museum. It used to be a drugstore, but it became America's first wax museum. So we're not gonna go in here into the wax museum. We're just gonna kind of walk around.
Yeah.
But this to your left, he said, used to be a school.
That right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Oh, watch your booby. Yeah, that used to be a school, K through 12. And then that over there is their St. Augustine. It's a parking garage, but it used to be a hotel.
Correct.
Yes. And then this area right here was a fort that all 4 of those sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, had cannons on them so they can protect the fort from all sides.
Laxative syrup.
Yeah.
Next question for you.
Isn't that crazy, babe?
Are they active for
Sometimes 25, 35 deep.
So this graveyard has about 900 people buried in it due to like some yellow virus they had way back in the 1800s. They're buried on top of each other, sometimes 25 deep in some spots. Some people didn't even have a headstone. There was so many people buried on top of each other in here. It's very interesting. It's a small graveyard, so you wouldn't think 900 people would be buried in there. But there is.
Husband daycare. You want me to drop you off at the husband daycare, babe?
Do what?
Ooh, I want to go check this place out real quick.
We're just walking around the downtown St. Augustine area,
Coffee
checking
house.
out all the sights. Yeah, they have all of these shops and
This is neat.
stuff. There's burgers and brews.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shops down here that it's really very cool. We're just kind of meandering around looking at stuff, enjoying the scenery. St. Augustine is a very cool town, very historic town.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, huh?
Apparently it was the first city town in Florida ever founded.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna walk around and check everything out. This is the governor's house, cultural center and museum. This is the Cathedral of St. Augustine.
Ooh. Oh, I know who that is. He helped slaves. Okay. This is cool.
Isn't that the oh, what is that river?
Halifax?
Yeah, Halifax River.
Is
yes.
it?
Yep. Halifax River.
These people are just out here chilling.
I mean, I would be too if I had a boat. Wouldn't you?
But yeah, but what, you're just sitting there doing nothing?
I don't know what they're doing. So this is the St. Marcus Monument.
Way past that age.
It was a fortress back in the, what, 1800s
Sure.
in St. Augustine. Sure.
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Yeah, it's right off of the river here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sounds
we're going to
good.
get up closer to it and check it out.
Do
Here's
not
some of
climb
their
on cannons.
cannons. So do you know the history of this fort?
No, but you can tell me about it, stud.
Okay. I don't know the history of it either. I was just asking. Yeah, this is a huge fort. We just walked around the outside of it. You can get a tour of the inside. I don't know if we're going to do that yet. Not sure.
Probably not.
Probably not. But anyway, it's pretty cool on the outside. It's massive.
It's crazy to think like this kind of stuff used to happen in medieval days, though, you know?
Yeah. Well, this was back in the 1800s.
Sure.
It was.
I don't know.
It was.
Just
I
saying.
tell you.
I tell you.
So there's the front entrance of the fort right there.
Well,
That's
it's
where
really the side, but
Well, whatever side, but that's where they go in, the main entrance. That's where the tour begins. But anyway, yeah, that's the Castillo St. Marcus.
Come to a fully complete stop and you hear that bell. This is stop number 5 on your maps and programs. It is Colonial Borders. Doing it a shoulder, they had to march in single file, and that created a big disadvantage. And come on, you guys notice a couple degree temperature drop, nice little breeze, you see the flags up there. Well, the air gets forced down these streets a lot faster. We learned about that in school, and that's called the Bernoulli principle. So the Spanish knew exactly what they were doing and the result they were trying to gain from it. Now, as we get into the show here, guys, I'm going to show you some different infrastructure. I promise I'm going to show you a Crackers house in just a bit. You're going to see some Menorcan buildings, several beautiful churches, a Spanish omen, and when the British came along and added their touch to it. And then I wrap up all my shows with a young lady about 25 years of age, a prodigy, named Lucy Abbott. She built about 146 homes right here in St. Augustine. Years servitude and labor. that he would give them their freedom. Huh. So starting right about here, guys, all these buildings, well, they were built by the Menorcans. Now, as time went on, their 9 years came and they were ready for their freedom. They missed the term bill and worked there 9 years. Folks, this man was as evil as a junkyard dog. He didn't want to turn them loose. He wanted to keep them in servitude all their life. He just said, no, he hadn't worked enough time. But what he hadn't planned on was the Menorcans keeping such good records. Now, eventually, they had to take their fight all the way to the governor. He took all that paperwork, went in his back chambers, sat in his chair, lit his pipe, and raised his eyebrow. He come out several hours later, said, man, this is some of the most illegal stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. But as I see it, you have fulfilled the obligations of this contract, and you are free to go. Well, as you guys can imagine, old Andrew Turnbull had his jaws locked tight over that decision. He pried him apart because, man, he was eating humble pie for the next 3 months. If it wasn't for those Menorcans, all these buildings that you just been looking at, guys, they wouldn't be standing today. Now, as promised, now, folks, we're heading to what's called the Gilded Period. The Gilded Period was the late 1890s to the early 1900s. Dollars, and they protected by bulletproof glass, both on the inside and the out. But before it was Flagler College, well, it was the Ponce de Leon. This was the first luxury hotel by Henry Flagler, but this one was for his rich and famous. This was the first hotel in the United States to have both running water and electricity. They had electricity for years before the White House. Now, people were so afraid of that technology of electricity, he had to hire some more people. Now get ready, if you guys are thinking about, hey man, I'm going to be retiring here in a couple of years, I need something to kind of pass the time, just can't lay around the house all day, here's the job for you. And that job was called a switcher. And all you 61 days. Now his daughter and granddaughter, they are in tune to this church and they do offer free self-guided tours. And this is the Memorial Presbyterian Church. This is a quiet zone, folks, so I won't be able to ring the bell, but I'll let you know when.
Want to switch?
No.
All right, you guys have an awesome day. It costs about $3 a day, about $90 in a day's money. There was no minimum or amount. Well, this is where the original Grace United Methodist Church was. He moved it from there so he could put his Alcazar Hotel right there.
The Lighter Museum. Lightner.
Here's now the Alcazar Cafe. Now, coming up here on the left-hand side, just past this overhang here, these first two parking lots, well, that's me. He had to move around every single night for his safety. Different disguises, hiding in the trunks of cars, just for his safety. Now, you guys may or may not know, there are only two places in the United States where Dr. King actually marched on a street that was named after him. He marched on many streets, but only two that were named after him. One was up in Atlanta, Georgia, and the other was right here in Lincolnville, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. We're going to turn down that street right now. I'm going to play an excerpt from one of his speeches.
I had a chance to talk with many people, some of whom are considered some of the very outstanding leaders and people of our nation. I believe that I was uttering the truth when I said to them that the Negroes of St. Augustine, Florida, and those that have come in from other communities and their allies in the white community are determined to march the streets of this city until the walls of segregation come crumbling down.
Both named Mary, and they were arrested for what they were doing. And if you were in the public section of St. Augustine, well, that was illegal. And that was they were teaching black children how to read and write in the daytime and adults how to read and write in the evening. Well, the St. Augustine police.
That's cool. Dr. King stayed in that house.
the Socorro cigar factory. And when they were operating, they had a goal of 8 million cigars in 5 years. But right over here to the left, guys, this here is the St. Augustine Bay Marina. We know it is because the waters out there represent what the Indians used to call matanzas, which is slaughter. That's because there was a very deadly pass out there. So many wars were fought out there, so much blood was shed. That name was given to it by the Timucan Indians. It's also been called the Bay of the Dancing Dolphin. We are home to the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. Now, I saw one earlier this morning. We are building right now for our first high tide of the day, so there's a pretty good chance we'll get to see one this afternoon, hopefully. Now, there are actually 3 buildings to this museum. The second building is right there with the green shutters. That's the map house. In there, you're going to see the different maps over time of St. Augustine in Florida as it was formed. The third house right to the side of us, to the back, with the Marilla trim, going to be on our left side as I make the U-turn here, is the Tow Bar House. That's a surfer's museum. Now, surfing is very popular here in the state of Florida, especially on the East Coast. The only thing is we just don't have the gigantic waves that Australia has. In fact, about 40 miles down the road in a city called Flagler Beach, the first 9 were made out of wood. And
All right, so we're gonna go inside the fort.
Uh-oh. Smells shitty. Just kidding.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Oh my god, there's more of them. They're multiplying.
So we're inside the fort. This is like the courtyard area. Yeah, this is what the inside looks like.
So should we tell them the story?
The story of what?
So we were on the trolley.
Oh well, hold on.
Oh. So cool story. So we didn't plan on coming in here from the earlier video. And it was really neat because we were on the trolley getting ready to end our trolley tour for the day. And our announcer guy, driver, Texas Tim, is like, hey, if you're an active duty or, veteran, you can get in free to this place. So we're like, oh, cool, we want to do that anyway. So we went ahead and got off. When we got here, and I told him I was a veteran, he gave me the national parks card for any national park and up to 3 family members for free. I just thought that was really cool
Yeah.
because we've been needing that for a while.
Yeah, we
So-
can get it from anywhere in the United States.
Yes,
for
so that was
national
pretty
parks.
cool.
So it's
So I got my free Florida State Park pass while I was here, but now I got the national park. So anywhere in the United States, I can get in with 3 family members. So I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, that was really cool.
So now we're taking a tour.
Now we're taking a tour.
Ooh.
This is the powder room. We're like, we can go underneath there. Yeah. Ready?
Oh my God, you're gonna make me bend.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Is
this
it
the
worth it?
powder room. Oh,
What is
wow.
it? Just an empty room?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going.
You're not going in there?
No.
In that little bitty area? It's the powder room. Oh God.
It's one of the oldest rooms. See that?
Oh, that's awesome. So this was the fort's treasury room. So you can see that on the wall right there. You can see the little squiggly lines right there. They put this glass up there so nobody can mess with it. Yeah, here's another one. You see it right there. This is a replica of their quarters.
Tatlong bedroom. So, may isang room, pero walang bathroom. Yun ang pinaka-mains. Yung isang bedroom, may full bath.
This is like a replica of what it looked like on top. We're gonna go up there here shortly and show you all this stuff from the top view. Oh yeah, had all their supplies in here. That's the door we would have went into when we entered this place.
Hey.
And this is like an aerial view of the fort. All right, now we're gonna go upstairs.
That's not my painting. Look at her.
I mean, they're not steep. They're actually pretty easy to get up. Oh, wow.
Oh, my back.
That's awesome. So this is the side where pretty much all the ships were in the bay attacking the fort.
Cool.
Is that their lookout tower? I guess so.
That one's open on the edge,
There's some more of the top of it. We're just walking around the inside of it. This thing is massive. It's a huge fort.
Look at this guy sitting at the picnic table. What's he doing? Are they doing another reenactment?
Maybe.
It's cool.
There's some cannons, probably replicas.
Yeah, there's some cannons, all right.
Yeah.
But um,
Ba-dum. They used to fly this flag in honor of their king.
They sleep here, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's where they slept.
Kind of interesting to not. I mean, you have a pipeline.
Hear
It's a
ye,
drawbridge.
hear ye.
What? He said, "Hear ye, hear ye."
Mhm.
All right. Well, that was the fort tour. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we're gonna head back to the little town of St. Augustine. Go do some more walking around and see what else. See what else we could get into. Right?
What are we doing?
I can go.
I'm like, what are we doing?
Get back on a trolley or go walk to the
Well, why are we going up
little
this?
area because that's
Not the way out.
not the way out.
Jackass.
Whatever. Anyway, dummy. Anyway, we're gonna get back on a trolley and head back out.
The old
Old
senator.
senator. It's 650 years
All
old.
right, no
Lava.
everlasting love for you guys.
We did it.
Now, if y'all want to pull out your phones and cameras, you'll see why on this next street. The street that we're about to turn onto, this is Magnolia Street. It's been in the National Geographic Spanish moss. They tried using it in the seat cushions for the cars, for the padding. Well, what they didn't know is Spanish moss has these tiny little bugs inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Today we call those bugs chiggers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's
Every
why.
time somebody would sit on these seat cushions in the cars, they would get nasty rashes and infections.
That's
in
probably what I
all
got
the
then.
wrong
Oh, that's
places.
awesome.
And complain about it. Well, they complained so much it kept getting these. Everybody would use the stars as that navigational system. They also have a discovery globe here. They even do Aquarius's demonstrations of firings. It's like a huge musket that they'll do a live firing of. They even have the spring for eternal hope here of 1513. Now I'm going to do a little loop here, but if you want to pull out those phones and cameras, you'll probably see a peacock somewhere right around here.
Maybe.
I saw that blue one.
Yeah.
I see a squirrel.
Look, there's one right there on the wall.
I've seen a peacock.
Mm-hmm.
The screaming peacock. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can hear that in my dreams.
Where is he at? Oh, yeah, he's right there on the
Oh.
wall. Yep. Screaming peacock.
Oh, beautiful.
Everybody got a good picture of it?
Yep. Mm.
It's a pretty peacock.
Oh, wow. Get these pictures while you can, guys.
Oh.
Oh, he almost did it.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Two males right beside each other is never a good thing.
Oh, really?
Those peacocks, they actually stay up here in the trees.
Where are you going?
Right before they lay their eggs, they'll bring their nest down here on the ground so that those eggs won't fall out. Pretty smart.
The old jail, 1891. That's pretty cool.